Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. We are at Washcloth Wednesday, and we are starting our Valentine washcloths. So what I did is I had white, red, lavender, and then this variegated color, and I just had a bunch of ends, and I just put them together into a super ball. And so the colors are they're going to change when they change. And I love working with super balls. So anyway, I had a bunch of ends to get rid of, and that's how we're making this washcloth. I have my J hook like I usually do, and we are going to make the fan and popcorn washcloth. And that comes from my 63 Easy-To-Crochet pattern stitches combined to make an Heirloom Afghan. And that would be number 41, called the fan and popcorn stitch. So let's get started. We are going to make a slip knot, and we need to chain 26 to start out with. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love this striped yarn because it's got pinks and reds all through it, white. Alright, so we have got 26 in the second chain from the hook. We are going to single crochet in there. And we're going to single crochet in every stitch across, every chain across. And so by the time we're done with this row, we should have 25 stitches. When I crochet on a chain, I use the back bumps of the chain because I like this finish. It looks just like a crochet finish. And whenever I go around to do the border, then I have that to it's easier, I should say. I noticed that when you crochet with cotton yarn, you really have to tighten your stitches with cotton. It's just totally different than acrylic. Anyway, there is my row of singles, and that's what it should look like. So we are going to chain 3 and turn, and that chain 3 is the same as a double crochet in this pattern. Okay, because this chain 3 is coming out of this stitch right, this first stitch, so we're not going to put anything in there, okay? In the next stitch, we're going to put another double crochet. So now we have 2 double crochets there. In the next stitch, we are going to put a popcorn. So that is 5 double crochets in the same stitch. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, and we're going back to the first double crochet of those 5, and then you're going to go in and bring this together. So these stitches are kind of like folded all in one. And that is a popcorn, because it sort of looks like a popcorn. Okay, now we are going to be skipping 4 stitches, I believe. I chain 1 to close that, by the way, too. In case you didn't see that. Okay, we're going to skip the next 4 single crochets, and we're going to treble. Let's skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th one, we're going to treble. So you're going to need to wrap your hook twice, just like I did there. We're going to go into the 5th one, and we need to put 9 trebles in this stitch, as we are making a fan. Okay, so there's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now you're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th one, you're putting a popcorn in there again. So we need to put 5 double crochets. Yep, 5 double crochets. I want to kind of show you this fan, how this fan fans out. Isn't that beautiful? I love the way that looks. I love the fan stitch. Alright. So, there's 3. Uh-oh. This yarn. There's like no stretch to this yarn at all. 4 and 5. And now we're going to go back to the first of the popcorn, bring that through, and chain 1. Alright, now we're going to do another fan stitch, but we need to skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to put a fan stitch in here. And so that is 9 treble crochets in that stitch for the fan. So there's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now you're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next one, we're going to put a popcorn. So we should have 3 popcorns. Okay, let's put 5 in here to make 5 double crochets to make a popcorn in here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the last 2 stitches, I have 3 left, and I shouldn't have 3 left, but I'm just going to skip the next stitch. In the last 2 stitches, we're just going to put double crochets, a double crochet in each one of those. So I don't know what I did, if I didn't skip a 4 at one of these points or what. But anyway, it doesn't matter because nobody's going to know that that mistake was made. You can't tell. So you have 3 popcorns and 2 fans. Isn't that pretty? Okay. This is also the front of your work. And you could tell that by the popcorn sticking out. But, you know, if you want to be safe, we'll put a stitch marker in the front there so we can tell that that is the front of our work. Okay. So, on row 3, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to put a single crochet in each of these 2 stitches and the top of the popcorn. And now the rest of these trebles, you're just putting 1 single crochet in each of these trebles, which there should be 9. Top of the popcorn. Well, this one too. Wait a minute. Forgot this stitch. So make sure you get the top of this popcorn. And then just continue putting single crochets in each one of these stitches. So you should have 25 stitches at the end of this row. And I would count those just to make sure you do. Because it is imperative that you have 25 to do your next row. So we need, there should be 2. Okay, so this stitch, and then make sure that you put a stitch at the top of this chain 3, because that is counted as a double crochet. And if you don't do that, then you're not going to have the right amount of stitches. So count and make sure you have 25. And then you are going to repeat rows 2 and 3, sorry. Repeat rows 2 and 3. Let's see what this measures. It looks like it's about 7 inches. So I'm just going to keep crocheting, repeating until I get it 7 inches here, because I'm going to make it a perfect square. Now this is a washcloth. It doesn't have to be a perfect square. It could be a rectangle as well. So however you want your washcloth, you could do whatever you want. I'm just going to make a perfect square and make a 7-inch washcloth, and then we're going to put a border on that. So I will be back to show you what border we're putting on it. Okay, so I have about 7.5 to 8 inches. We want to put a row on. I'm going to show you how to do a row where I can make the top part of this straight like it is on the bottom. We're going to try to straighten it up as much as we possibly can. And we're going to chain 3 and turn. And in the first stitch, this chain 3 counts, so we're going to go to the second stitch. You're going to put a double crochet and a double crochet over the popcorn. Alright, now the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet, and now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch and a half in the next. Alright, now we're going to do singles. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. 3 singles, 2 halves, 1, 2, a double over the popcorn, and a double in the next stitch. Now 2 halves, so there's 1, 2, and then we need 3 singles. 1, 2, 3, and 2 halves, half doubles. 1, 2, and then we need a double the rest of the way across. So we're going to put 1 double over the popcorn, and then we need a double in the next stitch and in the top of this chain 3. And that pretty much straightens us out a little bit so we can do our border. Okay, awesome. That looks good. Alright, so now I am going to switch colors, and I'm going to use my magic knot to do that. So I'm going to cut this off pretty short right here. And we'll take off that last stitch so we can Alright, so I'm making my magic knot, and I make sure that's very, very tight before I cut that off. And this, I'm putting this red around there as the border, and 2 of those stitches came out, so I'm going to put those 2 stitches back in. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. Now this is the front side of our washcloth, which works out really well. Alright, so in this first stitch we are going to put 3 single crochets in there. Alright, and then we're just going to put a single crochet in every stitch across. and we had 25 stitches, so our magic number should be 23, and I'll show you about magic numbers when we get across here, why I said that. Okay, now we're at the top of this chain 3, and we're going to put 3 single crochets in the top of that chain 3. Alright, now what I'm saying is, the 3 single crochets on the ends are corners, okay? There's 25 stitches all together, so that means that there's 23 stitches in between the corners. That's why 23 is our magic number. So now when we go down here, this side, we've got to make sure that we evenly put 23 stitches in here before we get to this corner. So we can put 1 there, and then there's, wait a minute, there's 2, 4, it looks like we have singles in between. Yes, we do. We have rows, singles. There's, except for this row. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So we're going to try to evenly space because we need 23. And it looks like we only have 19 if we do it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 in this side stitch here. And then we're going to put 3 in the next. So there's 2, 3, and 4. That'll make us 4. 1 in this one here. 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to put 3 in this one. 10, 11, and 12, and then 1 in this one. 13, 14, 15, 16, okay. What did we say? How many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to put 3 in the next one. 16, 17, 18, 19. And then 20, 21, 22, and then 23 in this last one. And so we're back up here at the corner, and we're going to put 3 singles in that corner. And we're just going to keep going around, making sure that we have 23 stitches in between our corners. So that is important. And I'm going to do mine off camera, and I'll have you get yours done, and we'll see you then. Okay, so this is what we have so far. This looks like a piece of toast. Anyway, that's what we have so far. Anyway, it almost looks like a heart, don't it? That's true. Except for we don't have a point down here. but the top almost looks like a heart. Alright, so I slip stitched to the first single crochet that we did, and I think I'm trying to think of what I want to do with this. Which one do I want to use? I think we're going to use, since last month I used the falling leaf stitch all the time, the whole month, I'm going to use a different stitch this time. So in the first, we're going to chain one. In the first stitch, we're going to put a single crochet, chain one, single crochet, and that is the spider stitch. And in the next one, we're going to do the same thing because it is a corner. And just like we do the falling leaf stitch, we put the spider stitch in all three of those corner stitches. Alright. From there, you're going to skip one and put the spider stitch in the next one. Alright, skip the next one. And in the next one, we're putting the spider stitch in there. Skip the next one. You're going to do that all the way across. Skip the next one. Until you get to the corner, and you're going to put the spider stitch in all three of those stitches in the corner. Just like we did that last corner. So this is what it looks like so far, and I'm going to do the rest of mine off camera, and I'll let you get yours done, and I will see you at the end of this round. Alright, so here is our washcloth, all completely finished, and there's some little scrubby things on there that would be nice for scrubbing. And there's a soft part, and then there's a rougher part. This yarn is rough and this yarn is soft, but it doesn't matter. I just really like that. That came out really nice. So I hope you guys had just as much fun making this washcloth with me as I have made it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.